It's election season for members of the European Parliament. And that means political parties kicking off their campaigns to appeal to voters well ahead of the election in June.
It is fundamental to do our best in bringing Europe closer to people and people closer to Europe.
What we want to highlight is that there are major policy choices confronting the European Union which will impact directly and significantly citizens' lives.
As different as their positions may be, there's a unifying theme, the economy, which is likely to resonate the most with voters. It's also a factor that experts and polls suggest may boost the socialist representation, currently the second largest group in the European Parliament. Some voiced dissatisfaction with the handling of the economic crisis.
It is a big concern. I hope the politicians will do what they are supposed to.
Each and everybody of us should try and do the best of its possibilities.
Out of 10 randomly selected people on the streets of Brussels, an equal number said they will vote socialist as those who claim they will go Democrat. But officials claim whatever the results of the election, they won't affect economic policy.
I do not expect a change of Europe's economic policy as a result of the European elections. What we can clearly expect is that there will be more pressure coming from the European Parliament between now and the date of the elections.
The biggest controversy surrounding the 2009 election is the so-called Lisbon Treaty. It seeks to introduce additional rules, such as giving the parliament more power. But the Irish rejected the treaty in a referendum, fearing it could affect their independence, tax laws and rules on abortion. More importantly, they claimed they did not want to sign without having the details on exactly what they were signing.
Irish people and Ireland is still a committed member of the European Union. And that I'm sure that when we do have a second referendum, potentially in October or later this year, that it will be a positive outcome.
736 members of the parliament will be elected to represent 500 million Europeans in what is the biggest transnational election in history. Some would argue a change of power in the European Union is not the best way to go amidst an economic crisis, as European institutions are trying to come up with a coordinated approach. And while officials claim the upcoming election in June will have no impact on economic policy, it's ultimately up to the people to elect those who will represent them. Anna Moya, Press TV, Brussels.